Let's talk about it, Boulder. Buffs finished it out, so we'll give you the afternoon after, where the Buffs pulled out the victory, beating Wyoming 37-20. Let's take a look at these. Let's get some good points. We'll talk 11 points on what the Buffs did and what they showed us and the things that still need to be worked on. So let's dive on to that here on the Prime Time for College Football and Hog Media Production. I'm your host, Jay. Let's look at what Colorado did, man. Coach Prime came into this game needing to show everyone that the offense is going to get figured out. The defense is going to get intact. But there's some questions here that I see that came down from this game. So let's jump right into it. So first thing I looked at and saw in this game was Kaiden Salter gave you guys the game that we was hoping for. 304 yards passing, 86 yards rushing. He gets the starting job as anticipated. CBS reported, I think it was Matt Zenith, that he was going to get the job back. Prime stayed coy like he's supposed to, but he got the starting job. And in this game, you got to see that. You got long runs. You got deep passes. You got him taking his time in the pocket and going. Because I talked about this in a video before, that the Colorado pass blocking has been really good this season. Like, really good. Now, I see Jordan Seaton came out of the game. Hopefully, he is good. Haven't checked to see any reports yet, so we'll get on that in a bit. But this was the type of game that you hoped to get out of Kaiden Salter all the way up to this point. Honestly, Georgia Tech, this is the kind of game you really wanted out of him. Mainly because you know that he can run, you know that he can throw, and you know that he can put the ball in spots that others can't. So Kaiden Salter gives you that 304-yard game, 3 touchdowns with deep passes. And I love how he he kind of coordinated that pass to Sincere Brown and went for a touchdown. He run into the sideline. He's telling them, he's giving them directions on where to go. And what does he do? Drop in the bucket. Beautiful throw. And that right there is what you would expect out of him and his skill set. And then the 35-yard scamper for the touchdown. You know, that's another one of those big games and big things that you get from a quarterback that's of Kaiden Salter's caliber. He's really good overall. And that was what you brought him in for, was to move the pocket, move the ball, throw deep, especially because you got so many studs out there. The run game overall, starting to feel a little bit more confident in it. Was Michael Welch 6 carries, 67 yards? That fumble was really gross. It happens. So understand it happens. But you did play really good on both sides when on pass blocking as far as run blocking in this game. When I looked at the grades on it, run blocking was actually not too bad. A little bit better than I anticipated, but there's some more work that needs to be done. I mean, still in the 60s, but I mean, that's how they grade them. But pass protect, nails. Nails, I tell you, nails. And that is, my friends, what you would expect from this offensive line going forward. So there's no real excuse for them to not give you that every single game going forward, regardless. Like the BYU game this weekend is going to be huge because they are a formidable opponent who's playing really good defensive ball. Kaiden Salter's ability to run and pass is going to be critical, and he showed you a lot of that, like I said, in this game. So shout out to him, 4-touchdown game. Massive for what you want. Wide receivers, though, man, fun. Marion Miller was like the perfect safety net for him. He felt like he was always open. He made a way to get open. So you get Miller, Sincere Brown with that catch, Joseph Williams that was a good drop in the bucket pass, too, by Salter when he threw that pass to Joseph Brown. That touchdown was nice. And you're expecting, that's what we want to see. So I don't know if Pat Shermer's off the hook yet, but it feels like this team is going in the right direction. Period, right? Let me know what y'all think. Before we move on, let's talk about our partners over there at Sleeper. If you're not checking them out for daily fantasy football, you are missing out. They got all the best promotions. They got the most stats available when you're picking plays. Like, you can go in there. The rules are you pick 2 or more players, pick more or less on their stats. And like I said, Sleeper has the most out there in comparison to the competition. So if you're doing NFL games, they got great picks on that. They got great promotions on like quarterbacks only having half a yard. So you know you can take more there. But if you stack them up, you can win up to 1,000 times the money that you invested. Huge, right? You can make game days into paydays. So check them out. Use our promo code PRIMETIME, and they will match your first $100 deposit at 100%. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. And so for Colorado, the defense got to step up. I think the defense was really good to start the game. I mean, you only give up 3 points to really begin. And then it's just like an avalanche of just giving up plays that, I mean, yeah, you never really get under your double-digit lead after you score 14. So the game was never there was never a concern there. But at the same time, man, the defense gave up to me too many yards. Like, when I look at this, I would have expected Colorado to have only given up 200 yards in this game, 250. Because y'all had the quarterback in shambles. Quarterback was struggle mode. Arden Walker getting himself a sack. Actually got a couple sacks in this game, if I'm correct. Let me verify. He got a couple of them. He got a sack and a half. The safety, right? So you got to see a bunch of the pressure, but giving up 348 yards, a lot higher than I like. And it's mainly this. It's that run game. 166 yards on the ground. Now, and 4.2 yards a carry. Gotta tighten that up. Colorado has been struggling on the run defense, getting the run fits, giving up big explosive plays. That's got to be cut. You cut that down, I think the Buffs defense catapults back up into the top 50 in the country on a consistent basis. But that's all they got to do. You cut that, you're good. But hey, until you do that, ain't much you're going to be able to really get too excited about, because it's going to be a lot of work in that part. But I think that the Buffs have a good chance of fixing a lot of that as they prepare for the next home game, which is going to be BYU. The expectation is that Colorado should be able to go into this game with a good focus and understanding that it's time to lock in. These practices, you got to lock in. In this game, you got to lock in. Brain should be focused on taking down BYU, because BYU defensively is the top, statistically, they're the top defense in the country. And you need to go out there and get revenge for the bowl game. That's what's big. But in this game, the only thing that really showed me in this is that Kaiden Salter has the capabilities of doing what you wanted him to do. Like, he has the ability. It's right there. And now he needs to unlock it. Like I said, you brought him in specifically because he got legs. And Prime even said it himself. You brought him here for that. And now you get to see that on full display. And he gave you, like I said, a game that's great. And I think this was a kind of a wake-up call. And Prime said in the quote, "I'm not going to say what a man needs. All I'm going to say is everybody in that locker room, including me, we're accountable to one another. Sometimes you just got to hold people accountable to what's transpiring. I want to win, but I want people to grow as human beings." Solid point. So we'll wait on the injury reports. It's gonna come this week, because this is a game that is in conference. So you'll get the full report. We'll know where Jordan is at Wednesday. So we'll keep our eyes open for that, and we'll definitely talk about it here on the show. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. How you feel about that win by the Buffs? Y'all happy, sad, indifferent? I mean, job's not done. You just got to continue to keep pushing forward. Shout out to our partners over there at Sleeper, hooking y'all up. Check them out. 100% match on your first $100. Use our promo code PRIMETIME and get your daily fantasy sports on. We'll have a show later. We'll talk soon.